Hey guys, Silent King here, and if I don't sound the best, it's because I think I'm catching a cold or I'm coming down with something. Might just be really bad allergies, I'm honestly not sure. But if I sound a little different, that's why. And I heard this guy coming on the headset, that's why I was able to get the jump on him. I recommend a headset. Like I said, I've never done my Astro A50's review yet, but I'll get on that as soon as I possibly can after this video series is done, possibly next week. But as you guys know, this is part 2 of the college application process series. This is a series that I just came up with yesterday, where I talk about the application process and what you need to know while you're applying for your college, university, or whatever you call it in whatever country you're in. But this is mainly focused on the United States institutions, because I do not have knowledge of foreign institutions such as Oxford or Cambridge in England, or McGill in Canada. So without further ado, we're going to get into part 2 of the pre-planning / visit section of the college application process. And like I said in my last video, I believe this to be the most important part of the college application process. Excuse me. Some of you might think that the actual application itself is the most important, and obviously it is a huge part of your application process, but it is not the most important, because without the pre-planning / visiting part of your application process, you would not know where you want to apply, or how much it's going to cost to apply, or if that university is even the right fit for you. So that is why pre-planning is by far the most important section of the college application process. In the first video, I talked about a scenario where you visited both the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, and Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. You realized that you did not care for Ohio State University because of the feel the college had. And let me elaborate a little more on the feel of universities and colleges. When I'm talking about the feel of college or the feel of an institution, I'm talking about the way you fit in with the community around you. And that's not just the student body. I was one off my chopper gunner, that's why I was camping a little bit. I should have just used the MP5, but alas, it was bad choice by me. Sorry guys. So, when I'm talking about the feel, not just at the university, but your surroundings, the student body, everything. That's the feel of university. And that's what you're going to get when you visit a college. You're going to see how you fit in with the college or the university or whatever you want to call it, like I always say. This is from somebody who has done multiple college visits already and has definitely seen what a college that is right for you feels like, and has definitely seen what a college that isn't right for you feels like. I've spent the night at multiple institutions, spent it with a guy in the dorm to see what his classes were like and everything. And that's also how you get the feel. If you have the opportunity for a local institution, or if you want to travel and spend the night, do it and just spend the night with a person in their dorm, follow them around, be their shadow, look at their classes, their schedule, where they eat and stuff, and see if you enjoy that feel, see if you enjoy that lifestyle that you're going to be having at that college. And make sure, if you do shadow somebody, to shadow somebody in a program of interest of yours. If you're interested in engineering, don't shadow somebody in the music program, because you're going to get a totally different feel of the schedule and the classes that they're taking. One's going to be much more toward the fine arts, and one's going to be more geared toward the sciences. So, obviously, if you're doing sciences, you don't want to be, you don't want to be shadowing somebody doing sciences. I think I said that right. I'm sorry if I messed up. So that's what you get if you are shadowing somebody at a university, and like I said, it's a great tool at your disposal when you're doing your college search. I've used it at the University of Maryland and the Ohio State University, and I have definitely seen which one I feel more comfortable at. And without a doubt, I feel more comfortable at the University of Maryland than I do at Ohio State University. For the one reason in particular, I'm closer to my family. It has nothing to do with the campus or anything. Ohio State had a very nice campus, very nice community, nice restaurants, nice entertainment venues, and definitely Ohio State tops Maryland in that aspect of the feel of a college. But pre-planning is more about the feel. It's about how you fit in with the community, how you're going to feel there, just everything else involved. I've also found universities that I have totally totally not wanted to even think about going to. One that comes to my mind is Louisville University in Kentucky. It's not my thing. It might be for some people, but for some reason I did not get a good feel at all with the University of Louisville or Louisville University. I don't know what exactly it is, but trust me, by shadowing somebody and by visiting, I realized that that university is not for me. And that's what you're going to get in the pre-planning process and your visiting process. You're going to find out universities that aren't for you, and you're going to find out universities that definitely are for you. In my case, James Madison University in Virginia is definitely one of the highlights of my college visitation / pre-planning process as of right now. It's a great fit for me, has a great business and science program, so it's definitely an institution that I am strongly considering, and it's close to home also, which is another aspect you have to look at. How independent are you right now? Myself, I'm not an independent person. I like to think of myself as one, but I can tell you that I'm not. And because of that, I'm not going to be looking at colleges that are 15 hours away or something. I'm not going to be looking at colleges in the West Coast like Stanford or Berkeley or USC or something like that. I'm going to be sticking mostly toward East Coast colleges and some Midwest colleges that I could easily get to within a day of driving. If that's something that you like, if you're a very independent person and you don't need any help from your parents anymore, look at colleges far from you. If you're on the West Coast, look East Coast. If you're on the East Coast, look West Coast. And go from there. If you're very dependent like I am, stick to your comfort zone. Stick to within 2 to 3 hours is a rough estimate in my mind. That's good for a very dependent person. So that pretty much gets it done with the visitation process of universities. I cannot recommend it more. I definitely think you have to shadow somebody, or if you're not given the opportunity to shadow somebody, at least spend the day at the university, see what the lifestyle is of the university, see how active students are, see if they're constantly moving, if it's just the right fit for you. I know I've said that quite a bit already, but it's definitely one of the things I echo the most. The people who are asking me in my grade right now what colleges I like and why do I like them. So yeah, to recap, definitely go check out a university if you're interested in it. Go look at it. Visiting is easily the best thing you can do to find out if you're comfortable with the university. So that covers the visitation process. We're going to move on to more pre-planning right now. And more pre-planning is definitely just looking at the university statistics, see where you fit in, see your chances of admission to the university, and all the other processes involved in pre-planning. One of the biggest parts of pre-planning is seeing your chances of admission to the university. Myself, I'm not the best student out there. I'm not gonna say I'm some super smart 2400 SAT, 36 ACT straight A student, because that's not who I am. I think I'm an above average student. I mean, I'm in the IB program, which many of you know is a very good program. It's like AP, but on a global scale. So I think I'm an above average student. But that does not mean with my scores and stuff, I can get into Harvard. You know where you fit in and know what universities you fit into is one of the biggest parts of pre-planning. Don't apply to a college, don't pre-plan to a college that you know you cannot attend there's no way you can attend. Just like I'm not pre-planning Harvard by looking up Harvard statistics and stuff. It's just a dumb decision to do. People always say reach for the stars, but in the college application process, don't reach for the stars. Reach for something that you know you can get. Always have a fallback school. Always know that one school that you know you can get into, and you would be okay with going there as well. My fallback school right now is University of Kentucky. If all else fails, I'm pretty sure I can get admission into University of Kentucky, and I'm pretty sure I know it's a very good education still. So always have a fallback school. Look at the admissions records, look at the average ACT, SAT scores, look at the average GPA, look at the amount of people admitted. If you factor in all that, and you think you can apply, and you think you'll have a good chance of getting in, then you'll move on to the next step in the college application process, which is no more pre-planning, but it's the research part of it. It's in-depth research at the university and stuff. You're no longer doing pre-planning, which is just looking at a very large amount of institutions. You're going to be at the point where you're looking at specific institutions that you're considering to apply to. So guys, I'm Silent King. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of pre-planning / visitation. Tomorrow is going to be the research part of the college application process. And I'm Silent King. I'm signing out. Hope I feel better. Peace.